Hey there, how's it going? Thank you for joining me for The Legend of Bumbo. And I think my plan now, I played Bumbo the Nimble last time. For now, I think I'm going to cycle through these first three, kind of the primary characters. That's not just an excuse to play Bumbo the Stout, but it worked out that way. And, we'll see how this run goes. I'm already starting this video feeling fairly accomplished, because once I'm done with this, I will have recorded all the week's episodes over the weekend, which I had said was something of a goal, because we got kind of a crazy week, so it'll be nice not to have to worry about that. Not that these videos, matter. I see the view counts. Gotta remember, yellow for its own sake is not great with Bumbo the Stout. You're after brown. So that feels good. Got a lot done. Also got my clothes in the washer. So there's still a few steps before that chore is finished. But I've begun the process of cleaning my clothes. And a lot of people say that laundry is like the easiest chore, which I think is kind of a privileged position. Right? It's easy if you have, a unit. Sorry, if you have a washer and dryer in unit. It's trivially easy. At least the cleaning it portion is. Okay, so I'm an idiot, and I've always said white belt. I don't know what status effects are. Status effects must be like cursed or steal a move, right? It doesn't have to be like paralyzed or poisoned. Not everything's Pokemon. So as a mea culpa for my foolishness, I will take the white belt. I also think it's probably good now that I understand it. And I'm lucky enough to have in building laundry. I still have to go outside. I have to go down 2 flights of stairs into another room. I have to go outside, and it's kind of stinky outside today, so that's not too fun. But some people don't even have that. Some people got to go to a dang laundromat. Can you imagine the indignity? I'm thinking. Okay. So, definitely good to stun you. And then if there is a way... Here we go. Yeah, that's nice. That's the good stuff. Yeah, if you gotta go to a laundromat, and I don't even know, the logistics of that are crazy to me. Because having it in unit, I am at least able to, thought that might match them up, but whatever. I'm at least able to, come back into my apartment while it's washing. Right? And I know that these videos take about an hour, so by the time I'm done, I'll be, ready to move it to the dryer. I do have to hope that a dryer is open. I think I'm good, because when I went down to the washer, there was somebody waiting for their clothes in the dryer, so at least that one will be available. Although, really only one of the dryers in my building is good. There's one that costs $1 and one that costs $1.50, and only, wouldn't you know it, only the $1.50 really gets them all the way dry. So that's the one I like to use, because I don't like walking around with slightly damp jeans all week. So it's just, it's kind of privileged to say, like, what's so hard? You just have to put it, a machine does everything, it clean, you don't have to get it like a washboard like the olden days. And you don't. And it would be harder if you did have to do that, yes. Great observation, straw man. But even still, and I'm at the point in the point of the topic here where I think I've made my point about 4 times over, and I'm just repeating myself. But for some, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you had to go to a laundromat, do you just wait there the whole time? You gotta carry. First of all, you gotta carry your clothes if you don't have a car, which if you don't have a, you know, in-unit or in-building laundry, I guess you could have a vehicle, something that says you wouldn't, but either way, you gotta load it into your car or carry it over, and then you gotta wait there. No thanks. Although at least laundromats tend to take like cards now, which is nice because I have to have quarters for mine, which is that's a trip to the bank every month and a half. Wish I didn't have to do that. But then my main issue with laundry as a chore is folding laundry is way harder than any other kind of chore, I would say. Or not harder, but really time-consuming. I do love brown mana, so I'll take this. Like, I feel like every time I start folding my laundry, it's so hard to get me to even start to do it. Although it is one of those things, it's the kind of task that you can put off, and it becomes easier the longer you put it off, as opposed to like doing your dishes or something, because you're ultimately going to start wearing those clothes, and they're not there to be folded anymore. Although that creates a situation every morning where I'm like, where's the other sock? Always saying that. So, is there anything else to say about laundry? I guess I have those things to look forward to. I feel good that I got all my recording done, and I've begun the process of laundry. I don't think I'm going to fold it tonight. That would be way overkill. But I will at least have it cleaned. And I think I can get a little back pat for that. And I'm actually going to shield up. No, I'll keep the shields in the middle, because he's definitely attacking. And, you know, I don't want to whack them to move them, because they're just going to move back to the center, so forget that. Okay. Well, now they're attacking. But at least they're attacking where I can be defended. So, yeah, the thing about Bumble the Stout is I lose any mana I get, so there's very little incentive to make bold plays here. Or to make forward-thinking plays, I should say. I would love to get 7 green matched up. I don't think that's going to be doable. I could get a 5 bone match, and that's probably the dumbest thing I could do right now, and just push these guys off to the side so they can hit me. And then do nothing to the boss. Yeah, no thanks. I'll just do this. This is whatever. Yeah, whatever. He's stunned, so he's attacking again. He's attacking. Now I can get 6 teeth, which is, again, dumb. I hate Peeper, man. What an awful boss. And I blew all my brown tiles. Got nothing. Well, I think I did hit the boss at first, but yeah, this is not a great situation. Why don't I try this? Get a move. Can move that there or that there. Either one is kind of the same. But that at least lets me stun him. And now I can conjure up brown mana. I can actually move him too, and now I have a better shot at the boss, potentially. But I can also destroy tiles. I can do that twice to maybe get a match. Yeah, let me do this to get bones so I can hit And now I can conjure up some brown mana to hopefully get my whack. I'm still getting hit. But, I mean, whatever. I gotta get through this fight, ultimately. The longer it takes, the more trouble I'm in. Avoid status effects. Less hurt next wave. I'll take less damage? Is that what that means? I mean, I'm sure it's not. Yeah, took full damage there. Okay, without even thinking, I'm just gonna clear a path to my boss and just try and kill him. One move I can get... Well, I can shield and not take damage, and then also... almost kill the boss. And I might be good to go for next turn. Yeah, let's see. Please don't move. Okay, they didn't move, so... that's good. That's what I like. He's got 2 HP, so I don't want to hit him with a bone. I want to hit him... Well, how about I get 2 moves for 1? Start there. This might be lethal. No, it's only doing 1. But I have 2 moves to get another attack, so we got it. And that's floor 1. Ultimately only took half a heart. Really not too bad. I mean, this is one use. So I don't see it being that game-changing. But same with Super Ball. I'd rather have this. But I'm not thrilled about the options there. Well, the big deal is here. I'd love health or movement. Movement, huge. And can I please... Yes, I can reduce the cost of my whack. So I can use that 3 times off of 1 match now. And I'll just pay to heal. And I'm enjoying a Topo Chico as I record this. Which is a terrific little beverage. Let's see. I could actually take out all of the little worms here. And I will do just that. And that knocked him back. Which is actually not great, because now when he comes back up, I think I target the fly first. But it killed him, so don't need to worry about it. Grab a move. How much brown mana can I get? I can get 6. So I'm seeing the pieces are coming together on this one. I mean, one thing I like about Bumbo the Stout is as long as you can get that, reduce the cost of your whack, you're sitting pretty. Mana gaining attack is really good, and I already have knockback that I don't even really like, so. I don't doubt there are advantages to strategically positioning your enemies, but I feel like I have so little control over it. And I'm just maybe not smart enough to conceptualize how to use those tactics. And also, if you can't even get the lowered cost on this spell, getting more damage from it is pretty good. It's just as good if you're hitting the same target, I think. I'm not going to do the math in my head right now, but it should work out that way. And if you can get both, baby, that's gravy. I'm not sure what that was that he just did. He just spit. I think that was a heal, but this guy was at full health, so it didn't matter. Very strange. With 3 moves, I can get 6 yellow mana, which would give me 3 moves back and also max that out. And now if I can get a big green match, And here's a, you know, a very crazy play, but this gets me, I'll just get you out of the picture for now. That gets me 6 of that and 9 of that, which lets me get a lot of brown mana. I'll just take it as I need it, I guess. I'll take you out. Can't use it on him. So let's see if I can get a big match. I can get 5 teeth, which should kill him. It's actually doing 3, so that's a... Oh, okay. Interesting. And then gray, I can only use to get more mana. So, like, it's not going to do damage to him, right? Yeah. But that's fine, because I can get the mana from it. Anyway. And that's buying me brown, which is good. Lets me take him out. And, can get more brown mana, but it doesn't matter. It all resets here. He's still up there. I need an attack to take you out, so Bones should do it. Because that knocked him back, I had to hit the other guy, but that's ultimately okay. Two moves to get 1, and hopefully I'm set up to attack somehow. And I'm not, but life goes on, I'm safe. Okay, now I'm looking for this. The teeth I want... Okay, I got all sorts of stuff going on. So let's shield up. Hopefully hit the little guy. Nope. Not what I wanted. Because I can't whack you up there. And I just need an attack. So... Not the best use of a wild tile, but it's not like I need it to match with hearts or anything. So, I mean, that's the turn. I'll just try and set up a big tooth match to hopefully take this guy out. And I guess I can only get 1 damage, but now my brown attack will kill him, so I'll just get ready with that one. Don't want you to recoil. I do want you to die. Hate to break it to you, but that's what this always was, buddy. More of you. Great. Love to see it. Let's get shielding. So, one downside of recording a full week's worth of content in 2 days is you kind of run out of stuff to talk about if the game itself is not proving that interesting. And I wonder, from what I just saw, I wonder if you can always crit. There's always a crit chance, and there are trinkets that increase it. And maybe that's what luck impacts as well. Worth looking into. But, you know, I've talked about what I'm doing. I've talked about my frickin' day enough at this point. But what can I say? Part of it, I just like this game. It's easy to record, you know, 5 hours of content in a weekend because I have fun doing it. I enjoy the game. It's what I'd hoped for. It's got a lot of depth. I'm learning every episode. I'm learning new things. I'm having a lot of fun. A lot of yellow mana. I need some brown. Three moves. 1, 2. Oh, already matched. That's fine. But yeah, I like that, now that I've kind of gotten through the whole thing and I have a grasp on, like, what a winning run looks like, I am comfortable saying that I like it. That was going to become, as I was preparing that sentence, I realized I had no actual insight to offer here. But I guess what I expected from this game, there's two kinds of games to me at this point. There are games that I enjoy as pieces of art, and there's games, okay, gotta think about this. Reduce the cost of your spells. This is great. And if it actually works on my brown spell and gets that down to 1 mana cost, I gotta see. Because then I can use it, what, like 6 times per match or something like that? Let me use it. That costs 2 now. Which is great, because if I match 4 browns, I get, I think, 8 mana from that, 6 mana. So, okay, so I guess it didn't reduce the cost of this one. I'm out to lunch on that a little bit. But I can at least hit all of these guys, or gals. And then, do you take damage now, I hope? Yes, you do. But there are games that, just to get back to what I was saying, there are games that I view as artistic endeavors that I kind of consume like a movie, even if they could be much longer. Like I'm playing Death Stranding, which I kind of put into that category. Like I like the mechanics of that game, but I'm interested in what it has to say. And that's not to denigrate whatever I put on the other side of this dichotomy, but there are games that I view more as games, right? As pure mechanics. Like I'm not playing Bumbo because I love poop and pee. I hate to break that to you. Wow, all the way to an attack in 1 turn. I'm playing it because I like the whole process of figuring out how to effectively handle a fight. Right, the mechanics they all complement each other very well. It's very satisfying to get a good strategy, and it's disappointing when you lose, sure. But that's kind of why it's a little hard for me to rate this game, as we're coming on the end of the year, and I'm trying to think of like what are my favorite games that I played this year. I think Bumbo is certainly in the conversation. But I'm not, judging it on the same criteria that I judge like a Death Stranding or like the Untitled Goose Game, which in fact my only criticism of that I can think of is I wish they just called it Goose Game. Like that's your title. It was a little too cute, I thought. And here's me immediately nitpicking something that I admitted I liked. I guess that's kind of my deal. Because it's a great game. And it's a great short game, which is, so valuable to me these days. Not because I'm so busy. I mean, I am fairly busy. I don't have a ton of time for games. But also, like, I don't like quitting on games because I get bored. I've done that a few times this year, actually. And it always feels kind of bad, especially if I like the game in principle and would like to see how it ends, but I just look at what I have left to do and it's very daunting and I realize I'm not actually having fun. And I guess, just to give you an example of what I'm talking about, I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is a big one, where I distinctly remember finishing a mission, opening up the map to see all the missions that I had left to do in that area, and I was on like chapter 3 or something, and letting out the sound, I just went, ugh. Which is not a sound you want to make when you're consuming a piece of entertainment. And I know I've made that sound in Bumbo plenty of times because of situations that I find myself in. Interesting. Rather have the movement. If I had more max HP, which I might get now, the dinner might be good. But it just got kind of samey. Like, I liked the game, I found it kind of fun, but, you know, I'm like 12 hours in, and I'm like, where are we? Am I really going to do this for another 30 hours? Like, I don't know, man. Now, I can't reduce the cost of my, my poop whack, which is what I'm going to call it. I can't further reduce it, so that charge thing I got is kind of useless, unfortunately. So making that charge less is also not that good. So I'll just play the shell game, I guess. More red tiles ain't bad. Got money. Play it one more time, I'll still have enough to heal. Wouldn't mind getting that. There are certain fights coming up that it effectively lets you skip them. Spirit Heart. It's called Soul Heart. Won't make that mistake again, I promise. So, I don't know, I've brought up like 8 different games now. I guess my point in contrasting Red Dead Redemption 2 with Goose Game is like, I love a game that gets in and out, that makes its point and lets you get on with your life. I am a big fan of that. I really appreciate. Not that there was any version of Goose Game that was going to be 40 hours long. But it had a nice little ending, and I got there in a weekend play session. Okay, so that's not hitting him. Do wish I would, honestly, I would use that bomb if I had it right here. Because this is a terrible fight for me. My puzzle damage is still at 1. Alright. Well. Here's what I don't want to do with this game. And I feel it. I feel the temptation right now is to, can I at least knock back maybe? To realize that I have lost, or that this run is not as strong as I would like it to be, and just to throw. I'm not going to do that. You have my word. I got 3 moves. So when I lose this fight, which is inevitable, it's just because I wasn't strong enough. Can at least get mana for this that I'm not using for anything else. My phone is going insane. I got a freaking group chat going off the damn hook. Oh, sorry. Hit the mic there. Okay. No emergencies there. Just had to check. Don't want to get in trouble. Don't want to get dragged for ignoring important family matters. Am I definitely getting hit here? I'd really like not to. But I don't see any way around it. Yeah, I'm getting hit for sure. Okay. I gotta just focus on attacks here. Very nice. Can actually take him out, which is awesome. Wait for that to push it. Did it push him back? The perspective can be challenging here. Just give me a big stun on the right, just so I know I don't have to worry about him for a sec. And I'll take it over here too. Okay, so he is targetable. So if I get a brown match, I can take him out. Or just get the mana, actually. Easy as that. Still got half the soul heart. Don't love losing that, but it's the sort of thing you got to deal with. So anyway, I guess I thought I would be able to talk about the games that I enjoyed this year, but I'm finding that not a natural thing for me to think about while I'm playing another game. Maybe there's some kind of psychological phenomenon at play there. I don't know. And honestly, it's me, right? Like, I know plenty of people loved Red Dead Redemption 2. You know, my issues with it are my own. And maybe that just happens when you're turning 30 and you've played video games since you were, 9. It starts taking more to impress you. You know, things that are interesting. Like, there's no game like Bumbo. I mean, it looks familiar, but I can't think of a game that really plays like this. And I appreciate that. I like that I can learn a new thing. And I am actually getting through this fight only taking one hit, which is incredible. I have 2 moves, too. Can't get to an attack. I can actually set myself up for one, which is all I need. And I am seeing that I got some hearts and some wild tiles. If I can get 7, that's another soul heart, but that's kind of asking for the moon there. Maybe in another fight. Next attack will be critical, but this costs brown mana. That's a really tough sell. This is better. And oh, yeah, I hate the tick. I hate the tick. It's terrible. Okay, so only 2 spell-resistant enemies is frankly merciful. And I am going to go hard on this brown match. I want to take out this red guy immediately because they're quick. They'll hop right on you. And then I might as well whack the belt. And now, nothing I can do, but I see a nice tooth match to take out one of my wisps next turn. I'd like to get the one on the right so I could take out the little worm behind him. If I could, and I can with just that. Might as well use it on the other one. Now I just need a... Is there a better attack? And I think it's got to be bones. That's fine. We'll wear him down. I'm not too worried about him when it's just these 2. And that's fine. That could be the turn. It's good to stun him, and it's good to get the green spell. And we're getting somewhere here. Will this kill him? If it won't, the bones will. Yeah, I'll get the bones. And it's actually a 5 match, which is overkill. And I'm not even sure that I want to hit the belt, but I just will. I won't check. Because if I had the brown spell, then I could take him out, but whatever. I'll just let him come back down and hit him. Not worried about him. I don't know. I realized I kind of left whatever point I was trying to make about games in general hanging. That was not intentional, not like a tune in next time sort of thing. It's one of those things where you realize you don't have as much to say as you thought you did. And that's okay. It's better than pretending that you do. And still going on and on about it. I mean, I can talk about other games I liked from this year. I really enjoyed Outer Wilds, which is not Outer Worlds, which is also a pretty good game that I played a tiny bit of. I don't think it's quite my style, but I certainly appreciate what it is. Just don't know if Bone Mash is really good here. But Outer Wilds is a very cool space exploration game that is mostly narrative-based. You're not fighting aliens. You are going around to different planets and kind of uncovering a story, and it was a story told in a very cool way. And it's one of those games where the mechanic is discovery, right? Like, there wouldn't be... And maybe this is just true for me, but there wouldn't be really a point to playing that game again. Because I know everything. So it would be like, alright, I just go back to this planet, and now I know how to get to this part where it tells me how to do this, which I don't even need to go to, because I already know how to get to the other thing on the next planet, you know? So maybe if you have a worse memory, it's more replayable? Why'd I do that? I'm in kind of trouble here. That at least bought me another move, but these guys, I'm getting kind of hit on all sides here. Without a real option. Probably could have played that turn better, but it was very important that I, fumble through a description of a totally different video game. That's what people are here for. Okay, well, let me have it. Break the shield, you're hitting, there goes the... Okay, so he threw out 2 little red dots, which I was afraid would hit me twice. It didn't, luckily. I should hit for 3, yeah, so I can take him out. Now, any attack will take out this guy, so I guess I'll just match these. And I like that. But that's the kind of thing I'm into these days. That sort of game is really what I'm after a lot of the time. Something new. That isn't going to... Like, there are certain games that I want to take a lot of my time and certain games that I don't. Right? Like, Bumbo is one. I'm glad that, as I see that I'll be playing this game for a while, whether or not I, record it and put it on YouTube for the rest of my life, we'll see, but... I certainly like to play it, and I will always want to have games that I can play while I listen to music or a podcast or something. Because otherwise, what am I just going to sit and listen to it? Just have one thing to, focus my attention on? Why? Who could enjoy that experience? I'm at a point where it would be good to heal if I can. But it's not too likely. But then other games that are like have a cool, interesting premise, I don't want those games to... I want to finish those games and just have the memory of them. And be able to talk about them at parties. Because, yeah, the parties I go to, that is what we talk about. The circles I run with. Three moves, I would love to just end the fight here. Would be beautiful. Whatever. It'll get there. And Bumbo, if I weren't recording it, and like I've played a few runs off video, but you know 90% of it has been public. Whether or not people are taking advantage of that. I think status effects are going to become relevant soon, and I'm barely using this actually. But this isn't great either. Although it's my only use of gray mana, so why don't I get rid of this one? Just because whatever. I mean, yeah, it's the only way to target the farthest enemy, but it does 1 damage. Big whoop. I'm not going to use this yet. What I will do is just... And this is actually a terrible boss for me to be fighting. And he's going to hit me if I don't do something here. So I will set up a shield. Which gives me a spell that is useless. Watch it be useless. Nothing. I don't know. I shouldn't speak with such authority about these things, because I'm kind of dumb about what makes for good, how to spend one's time well. Let's put it that way. Like, what am I even trying to do here? I want a big... I just need to hit him. This is doing 2 damage. So, I mean, slowly but surely... Will at least knock him back if I hit him again? Yeah. But I think he attacks from the back, too, so that isn't good. Let's at least shield. Oh. I missed it. That was pure human error. Okay, he didn't get all the way to hitting me, so that's great. Let me shield, which I don't even think is going to fully protect me here, but at least whacking him back. At least I can do the damage and just push him back. Just do that for the rest of my life. It's going to be a long one. Can at least get rid of the curses. I guess that's fine. I should be on the lookout for potential big teeth matches too, because that's probably my best source of damage. Well, it definitely is, actually. Even though I have 1 puzzle damage. I can at least hit him for... Oh, I don't want to hit him for 1. But here I can hit him for 3 or 4? 3? It's 1 more than the brown match. I can at least push him back again with that. Avoid status effects, hopefully. I guess I don't get cursed, probably. And then end the turn. Okay, he's not attacking again. Good. Yeah. I mean, he's getting down there. And I'm not getting hit. So I can't really complain. It's just kind of a boring way to win. I guess it's just a matter of making sure I have it set up for next turn. So there we go. I mean, this works. Shield. Keeps me safe. Do damage. Hit him back. And then as long as he's at the back wall, and, you know, his red center is deactivated and I have a shield, I'm safe. So just do that 2 more times. and then I can get a lot of movement, which I'm gonna need, as I'm realizing I'm depleting my brown tiles here. So that got me. I have 5 moves, and call me crazy, but don't call me boring. This is an achievement I'm about to get. 7 curse tiles. I don't. When you match 4, it hurts you. When you match 7, is it good? I hope so. It killed me. It killed me immediately. It did. I don't know if it does however much health you have, or just, I only was 3 hits from death there. And I could have won that fight. And I could have kept going. Although I am kind of tired. Kind of worn out. But I got an achievement. I learned not to do that again. I learned a lot. Here. I learned not to try to take on certain topics that I can't really hold in my brain while I'm playing the video game. That's why I lost. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with me as I kind of get my footing on this whole project here. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe. It helps out a lot. And have a great rest of your day.